Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Bearded Gamer Show. As always, I am your host, Chris Arnone. And once again, since it is still November, I'm going to talk about Movember, as in the mustache, because obviously the beard is missing. And as I've told you before, there's a good reason for that. I am participating in Movember. It's November with an M, like mustache, raising money to help fight men's cancer. So the beard is gone. I am growing a mustache this month. So what can you do to help? Well, go to Movember.com, search for the Team VG charts, or for me, Chris Arnone, and donate some money. It's for a great cause, or you can even join the team and grow a mustache yourself and help us raise money to fight men's cancers. All right, right into good news, bad news. Now, since it is November and Black Friday is right around the corner, I thought I'd spend part of the good news, bad news every week, or every episode from now until around Thanksgiving, talking about some of the big Black Friday deals for video games. First up, Best Buy. They've got some killer ones coming up on Black Friday. 3DS bundles, that's the bundle with Zelda, or with Super Mario 3D Land, are going to be $180 instead of their normal $200. They're going to have a PS3 bundle, 160 gigabyte, bundled with Ratchet & Clank All for One and Little Big Planet 2 for $200. And then they're going to have an Xbox 360. This is the 250 gigabyte bundle with Fable 3 and Halo Reach, two fantastic games, for $200. Then they're going to have some big game sales. $35 you can get Assassin's Creed Revelations or Forza Motorsport 4. For $30 you can get Batman Arkham City, Battlefield 3, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Gears of War 3, Madden 12, Need for Speed The Run, Rage, or Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be hitting up Black Friday for maybe some of those games I haven't quite picked up yet. And come on, Assassin's Creed Revelations, I can wait, a week and a half to pick it up for $25 off its normal price. So, all right. All right, some bad news. If you bought The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim for $360, do not install it. Eurogamer, with their partner Digital Foundry, they've been doing a lot of in-depth research on the 360 version, and if you install it, apparently the high-res textures aren't loading quite right. So this is kind of a public service announcement. They tested it multiple times, reading just from the disk or with the install reading from the disk, and consistently it was looking better if it was just reading from the disk without the install. It was on par with the PS3 version that way versus it was lacking otherwise. So do not install it, and strangely enough, so far Bethesda is denying that there's any sort of issue at all. Hoping maybe they're looking into it as well and they'll roll out a patch, even if at this point they're saying there's no real difference. Some good news. Back to Skyrim. What can I say? It's a great game. I can't stop talking about it. Skyrim has sold over 3.4 million units. That's not including digital distribution copies in the first 2 days. This now makes it the second fastest selling game this year, only behind Modern Warfare 3. It's a long ways behind Modern Warfare 3, but still second fastest. It actually edges out Battlefield 3 by just a little bit. They've also shown that 59% of the sales went to 360, 27% went to the PlayStation 3 version, and finally 14% went to PC. Though, like I said, this isn't including digital distribution sales, which is probably accounting for a lot of the PC sales because it's on Steam. So I imagine there's a lot there that's not being told. Those numbers are all, of course, from VG charts. All right, the pull list. All right, it's time once again to help give you a little advice on what comic books you should go and pick up from your local comic book shop this week, or your digital distribution path if you prefer. But I say go support your local comic book shop. All right, first up is Avengers number 19. For those of you not following along, this is going to be Brian Michael Bendis, Marvel's sort of superstar top-notch writer, and Steve McNiven. Always love to see these two back together again. It's a brand new story arc, so it's a good reason to jump into Avengers if you haven't jumped on it yet. Starting a brand new story arc, Norman Osborn and Hammer are coming back into play, and there's a brand new team. Of course, a lot of the big heavyweights are there, like Captain America and Iron Man, but there's a lot of other guys that haven't been in the team or haven't been in the team for a while. So it's looking like it's going to be a great new arc, so go pick that one up. Hawken number 1. Now this is from legendary artist Tim Truman. He's actually teamed up with his son Ben Truman, who's writing it. Now it's based on this sort of really badass Native American guy who, he's done a lot of really bad things in his life, and they're describing it as sort of supernatural, and from what I've seen of it, like, the character is awesome. He's just so mean and so nasty, and he's on this huge revenge quest where the ghosts of his past are literally visiting him on a regular basis. And like I said, Tim Truman's art is fantastic. I'd pick up anything the guy would put his pencil to. So it's looking like a great brand new series. Next up, Justice League number 3. Now, if you haven't been following Justice League, what's wrong with you? It's Jeff Johns and Jim Lee. I mean, that alone should be enough reason for you to go out and buy it. Even if Superman isn't wearing his underoos anymore, which is still a little weird to me. But yeah, they're cranking out some absolutely top-notch content right now, and you just can't miss this title while those two are on it together. And plus, they're having a bunch of great variant covers for that one. Definitely go check that one out. Finally up this week is Mudman number 1. Now, this one might sound a little odd, a little different. It's Paul Grist is doing everything on it. I mean, the cover, the interior art, the writing, got a preview of it. It's a lot of fun. I'm an old school X-Men fan. I liked it when it was still, the school and they were coming of age and that whole story. And Mudman sort of recaptures that. It's this kid who's he's an outcast to begin with, and then suddenly he gets these powers. And they're not in any way sort of fabulous powers. They're mud powers. But it really works, and it's whimsical, and it's cool, and like I said, it really recaptures that, old, like, Teen Titans stuff, or the old X-Men stuff that I really, really enjoy. So go and pick that one up. All right, so that's it for this week's pull list. Next up, Nerd TV. So the folks over at Mega64 have created a new video. If you've never checked out what these guys do, some really top-notch video content. A lot of it's really, really funny. And they made a new video that's actually called Modern Game Journalism, the Movie. And they built this thing to make it look like it's a trailer of a full-length movie. I highly doubt we'd actually see a full-length movie off of this, but it's just a nice shtick, a nice gag for about 2.5 minutes. And I think it's really funny because personally, I just gave a couple weeks ago Battlefield 3 an 8.4 and just got reamed by people because, it was so low, and 8.4 is a really good score. I don't know what you guys are asking for, but yeah, this video definitely made my day. So check it out. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
He was once the greatest.
You're the best reviewer there is. Your game reviews help people decide on what to buy.
You've written a lot of good reviews of a lot of great games. People trust you.
He was once their leader.
Dude, he gave it a 9 out of 10?
He gave the game a 10 out of 10. I trust this guy.
Until one day.
Reviews are in. A lot of 9s and 10s. Of course, we all want to know what you think.
He said the wrong thing.
Uncharted 3. 8.5. He gave it an 8.5? That's too low.
8.5? That's it? Do you even know what you did to the Metascore?
Who does this son of a bitch think he is?
You reviewed it lower than the original BioShock!
What score did you want?
That review was an obvious cry for attention. You must have been joking.
He reviewed it lower than Ocarina of Time.
That's just not possible.
What about the Metascore?
You ruined the Metascore! You broke my heart.
I've never played the game before, but I know you're full of shit.
Now the whole internet's pissed off at you!
Look who it is, boys! Old Mr. Deduct a point and a half.
8.5 is a great score! Not great enough.
It's almost like the video game companies didn't even pay for your review. Almost like you're being honest. I don't like that.
Just wait until I tweet about this.
We don't need to give every game a 9 or a 10. Sometimes the game's just okay. Sometimes it's alright. We gave Final Fantasy XIII a perfect score. Why?
I remember Final Fantasy XIII. I bought that piece of shit because the reviews were so good. That's why I want to kill you.